Russia will respond to new threats from Trump to make space U.S. territory, says official. Russia will respond to new threats from U.S. President Donald Trump's bid to militarize space, an official has warned. Russian Armed Forces and First Deputy Defense Minister Army General Valery Gerasimov said Mr. Trump's actions may lead to the escalation of tensions between the two power nations as the American pushes ahead with his plans to make space U.S. territory. Mr. Gerasimov said, "The Pentagon has lately stated repeatedly that they intend to use space for their military purposes. For this, a new type of forces is formed, space forces, which creates a pretext for militarizing space. All these actions may lead to an escalation of the military-political situation and emergence of new threats, to which Russia will have to respond with reciprocal and asymmetrical measures." The threat comes as Mr. Trump has demanded Congress grant the Pentagon $2 billion, £1.5 billion, over the next 5 years to launch the Space Force. This was after he signed his fourth directive over the territory since becoming U.S. president in 2016. Union of Concerned Scientists member Lori Grego warned the move would increase the likelihood of conflict. Last month it was announced the U.S. would withdraw from the 1987 INF Treaty, signed by former President Ronald Reagan and Soviet Union leader Mikhail Gorbachev after Mr. Trump accused Russia of violating the agreement's terms. Though Moscow hit back and accused Washington of disregarding the treaty. The treaty banned nuclear missiles with ranges from 310 miles to 3,417 miles, sparking fears of World War III. At the time the U.S. withdrew from the agreement, President Trump said, "We cannot be the only country in the world unilaterally bound by this treaty, or any other. We will move forward with developing our own military response options and will work with NATO and our other allies and partners to deny Russia any military advantage from its unlawful conduct." Chillingly, weeks later Russian President Vladimir Putin warned his country's missiles could be turned on U.S. decision-making centers, should Mr. Trump fire missiles in Europe. He said, "We don't want confrontation, particularly with such a global power as the U.S. I'm saying this clearly and openly. Russia will be forced to deploy weapons that can be used against the decision-making centers that are behind the missile systems which threaten us."